This video is for you if you're a coach, and this video is also for you if you're seeking a coach. And this video is also for you if you are considering on becoming a coach. And to put it simply, this video is for everyone. And over the years that I have been in this profession, in this journey, I've come to realize that either I'm coaching or I'm getting coached. So, and I see that with everyone, either all of us are coaching or we're getting coached. And there is no other mind state, honestly. So that said, do me a favor, as you are going through this video, I want you to click the settings button and watch this video in 1.5 times speed or maybe more, because I'll be pausing and I'll be stopping. I don't want to waste your time. That's my intention. And if you do like this video, towards the end, you believe that I delivered value, you're welcome to subscribe, you're welcome to like this video and all that, but that's not a requirement for you to watch this video. I'll be upfront with you. Okay, that said, I have a very specific observation I made over the years, specifically working as a coach and getting myself coached. And I have picked up several, different, I can say several different observations I made, but there is one specific thing that I want to share today on the video, which I think is a game changer. You stay till the end and you let me know, write a comment, let me know if this really helps you. Okay, so that said, let me ask you this. Has it ever happened to you where you gave your course, you gave your techniques, you gave your method, you gave it all. And despite of you doing your best as a coach, as a therapist, as a mentor, something about the client, something about whatever it is, you found them to be good enough because that's why you engaged with them. You gave everything you could. But there is something happens. You believe that they're going to create results, they're going to create outcomes, because your systems work. But for some reason, that's not happening. And you see that over and over again. And occasionally one exception happens where somebody comes out and says, hey, I just did 10% of your course and I'm already, happy, I'm already successful, I already produced the outcome, whatever. And that exactly what happened to me very early on. I was sharing whatever tools, techniques, methods, steps that I had. I was sharing with people, but then other than few, many were not succeeding. And that started to really take down my self-esteem. I'm in this because I know that I have something good to share, that I really want to impact people. And why is it happening with me? How come they're not getting results? So turns out, right, you have a classroom of 50 students, you train them, same teacher, same course, same class, only 1 or 2 or maybe 3 kids outshine the rest 47 or rest 97, whatever. So that percentage of, successful versus not yet successful, that ratio applies everywhere in life. Same thing happens inside the house. You have 5, 6 kids, one kid outshines the rest, even though same parents, same house, same container, same belief system, same values. So as a coach, your job is to increase those ratios. Let's literally take that big number, 90 or 80% people not succeeding with what you have to share, and reduce that number, and then increase the number of, like successful people or successful outcomes, whatever that is. So that's the pursuit as a mentor, as a coach, as an influencer. That's the pursuit. So then some years go by, and then I come to realize that it's just not the tool, it's not just the steps, not just the behavior, not just the course itself, that I also need to charge people. Charge means mentally raise their mental state, that I need to shift their understanding. And I need to bring them to a point where they start to feel incredible, they feel good about themselves. And now when I put the tools in their hands, now when I show them the steps, now when I give them the methods, it works. And how did I approach that? I approached that through motivation. Like, I want to raise their mental state through motivation. And many people do that, by the way. You might have gone to seminars where you have all these different audio visuals, all the senses being engaged, and you feel good. You feel good. And then when you come home in a day, they, you know, or a couple of days later, all that goes away. Okay, and there is research being done why that happens. I think there was a NASA research, or I don't know, some independent study on NASA. Astronauts feel incredibly amazing when they are being told that they'll be going to the space, and they get all the attention, they get all the media, they get all the feel elevated just because of all the attention they're getting, all the fame. And then they go to the space, they come down, and nobody talks to them. All that is gone, and they're depressed, they're alone, they're lonely, whatever. So if you take people, that you put them in a contained environment, that means a cohort, or an environment that is fully controlled, and you singularly make them focus on the outcome, and while that environment is contained, people produce results. So the idea behind the TV show Big Loser, the weight loss thing, several of these, and once people come out, they gain weight. So something about the mindset. But the problem with that is it's all temporary. How long can you contain people like that? How long can you keep on delivering motivational messages? People get bored by your motivation. They move on to other people, hoping that somebody's speech will resonate with them. It's okay. Turns out there is something else that has to be changed. So you have a client you're working with, you gave them all the tools, you completely changed their mindset while they were with you, you sent them home, and they go there, they go home and their mind is shifting, right? So why is their mind shifting? Because they are telling something else to themselves other than what you told them. So what you told them is overriding by what they are telling themselves. Or somebody else who is more powerful than you is telling something else to them, or somebody whom they surrender in their environment is telling something else. I'm not saying surrender from a weakness standpoint. I'm saying that something that they value more. Unconsciously, they value more. So that means somebody else is framing their flame, or their self-being, or their charge, or their shift, whatever. Because somebody else is framing, that's why whatever you are giving them is not working. It's very simple. It's actually a very complex philosophy, but I think I'm oversimplifying this, but you get the idea. So that's why back in the day I came up with this whole 3-step process. I said frame, flame, and game. So I can give you my game, you're not going to work because you don't have the flame in you. And I can flame you up, but it's not going to work unless you shift your frame. And if you keep on shifting your frame and you're primarily going back to the old frame is going to kill the flame. That was the model. So and there are similar things. People came up with models like script, shift, and steps. I mean, there's so many, but the core idea is very simple. That the idea is that you are giving some tools, you are changing their tone, and you are going to change their tone, but the tone will not change unless the truth is also changed. So you have to really work on their on their subconscious level, where their identity has to be challenged and shifted and all that. So you have the methods, the mood, and the mindset. So if you ask me, as a coach, you're starting out, and I tell you this, sooner or later you will run out of tools when you're helping people. No amount of tools are sufficient. I can literally flood this channel with all kinds of how-to videos. It's not going to suffice. It's not going to work. It'll work momentarily, but it's not. And then I can fill this channel up with several mindset, videos and all. Yeah, I mean, like things that give motivation and all may not work. But if I simply shift your story, by shifting story, I mean I'm going to instill a new belief in you, a new script in you, a new truth in you, a new code in you, now it's a whole different story. In fact, I have come to realize that it's easier to change the frame, the script, the belief, or you call the mindset, truth, or code. It's easier to, or the story, if I have to sum all them, it's easier to change the story than it is to make a strategy work. The amount of effort as a coach that you have to put in to work with a client, trying to make your strategy work by sharing the tips, the tricks, the techniques, the methods, that's more expensive, more time consuming as simply tapping into their unconscious mind and shifting their belief and shifting their story. That's easy. And the middle, the motivation part, is temporary. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I want to stop here. Hopefully this is helpful. If it is, do me a favor. Drop me a comment so that I can connect with you. If you do subscribe to this channel, then I can be in front of you literally every day. Now I record every day. And if you believe that somebody will benefit from this, please by all means share this video. Okay, wherever you are, you be safe, and I'll be with you as early as tomorrow. You take care. Bye now.